Derrick Lewis and his children are physically unharmed after a scary moment on the driveway. On Wednesday, Lewis, 24-7 MMA, 15-5 UFC, posted a video on his Instagram page that, at first glance, looked like one of the famous memes that's helped him gain 1.8 million followers on the platform. It was soon apparent, though, that this time Lewis was one of the people in the video. Lewis posted surveillance footage from outside his house in Houston where he was sitting on a quad bike in the driveway with his two sons standing by. Lewis picked up one of his children to sit in front of him, and as he sits down, the gas throttle is hit. The pair were instantly thrusted forward, narrowly missing the edge of the house and nearby pickup truck and instead destroying a tree on the lawn. Lewis did not reveal any additional details about the incident. It's unknown when it took place, but his video caption indicates everyone involved is unharmed. The Black Beast is scheduled to fight Curtis Blaydes, 14-2 MMA, 9-2 UFC, in the main event of the UFC's November 28th fight card. A location has yet to be announced. UFC heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic doesn't appear all that keen to run it back with Francis. All signs point to Ngannou, 10-2 in the UFC, getting the next title shot at Miocic, 14-3 in the UFC, after the champ successfully defended the belt in his trilogy fight with Daniel Cormier at UFC 252 this month. UFC President Dana White has said multiple times that's definitely the fight he wants. The problem, however, is that Miocic has already thoroughly beaten Ngannou. He handed the Predator his first octagon defeat by unanimous decision in UFC 220 in January 2018. But since then Ngannou has worked his way back up. With the exception of an infamously lackluster bout with Derrick Lewis after the first Miocic fight, Ngannou has been in a tier. He scored first-round knockouts over Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Junior Dos Santos, Cain Velasquez and Curtis Blaydes to earn his rematch. Do you think Francis earned another title shot? Leave a comment below letting us know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Former UFC interim welterweight champion Colby Covington has injected himself into the news after players from the NBA and MLB initiated strikes in protest of the shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin. It all started when members of the Milwaukee Bucks decided not to play their playoff game on Wednesday night, starting a domino effect that ultimately led to every NBA game being postponed. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James offered a fiery message on social media after Blake was shot 7 times in the back and left paralyzed from the waist down. The outcry for justice led to the NBA and Major League Baseball postponing games, with the basketball league facing a potential strike that could cancel the entire season. Responding to the news, Covington took to Twitter to offer his thoughts on the subject and took aim at the NBA and MLB players who decided to sit out in protest. "Oh wow, you postponed your games?" Covington wrote. "Want to prove you're really about change? Quit your multi-million-dollar jobs and soft, privileged lives playing a kid's game, take a massive pay cut and perform the toughest job in America? Become cops. I really wish someone would just break your jaw already," UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman wrote, referencing the injury Covington was initially diagnosed with after a 5th-round TKO loss. American top team boxing coach Gabriel de Oliveira is one of the men responsible for getting former UFC star Paige VanZant ready for a new challenge in her professional career, a transition to the bare-knuckle boxing ring after a long run in MMA. Son of 1968 Olympic bronze medalist Servilio de Oliveira, who went 19-0 as a professional boxer between 1969 and 1977, Gabriel trains a long list of MMA fighters over at ATT in Florida, including Marlon Moraes, Thiago Santos, Edson Barboza, Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Renato Moicano. Paige VanZant is training with Gabriel de Oliveira in Florida. Photo via de Oliveira. De Oliveira, who trained the Brazilian boxing team at the 2004 Olympics, is also getting former UFC welterweight contender Thiago Alves set for his own bare-knuckle boxing debut versus Phil Baroni on September 19. He admits Alves' transition to the squared ring is less difficult than VanZant's due to his background in Muay Thai. VanZant inked a deal with bare-knuckle fighting championships after completing her UFC contract in July, but only 2 of her MMA wins came by way of knockout. That said, de Oliveira guarantees 12 gauge will be prepared when she finally makes her bare-knuckle boxing debut. If one thing has been made abundantly clear about Robbie Lawler during his 19-year fight career, it's that he's built different from most. Part of it has shown through during his fights where the former UFC welterweight champion is regarded as one of the most savage competitors in the history of the sport, with a do-or-die attitude against every opponent he faces. It's hard to forget the image of Lawler just moments after he finished Rory MacDonald following an epic battle in 2015 with his upper lip split in two while fire spilled out of his lungs as unleashed a guttural scream. Outside the cage, Lawler is the complete opposite. His calm, cool and collected demeanor earns him respect with peers, and even faced with constant venom being thrown at him from Colby Covington prior to their fight last year, Lawler just seemed to shrug it off without a care in the world. It's that exact attitude that Lawler will carry into his fight this weekend as he faces Neil Magny in the UFC Vegas 8 co-main event. On paper, Lawler might have his back against the wall after suffering 3 straight losses. In reality, Lawler isn't looking at his fight with Magny as a must-win situation, but rather a chance to experience a fresh start. It's just one fight, Lawler told MMA Fighting Saturday. That's all you focus on. Not trying to prove anything, just go out there and showcase your skills.